आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सॉल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello everyone. So the question over here says that describe the events in the cardiac cycle and what is double circulation. So let us understand with the help of the diagram. This side I'm going to draw the lungs. So these are the lungs. All right. Okay. We are drawing very rough sketch to understand the whole process. We do not have to be specific during the drawing diagrams. All right. Now this side is the heart and this is the right auricle. This is left auricle. This is right ventricle. This is left ventricle. Okay. And this is the pulmonary artery. This is the pulmonary artery. Okay. And then this is the pulmonary vein. This is the pulmonary vein. Okay. This is the inferior vena cava. This is the inferior vena cava, and this side will be the superior vena cava. I'm going to mark everything. Don't worry. And from here comes the aorta. From here it comes the aorta. All right. So now let's understand the whole process. What happens? The blood from the body, it is being collected from the lower body. It is being collected the inferior vena cava, that is the largest vein, and from the upper body from the superior vena cava. This is the superior vena cava. This is the inferior vena cava. Okay, so blood from the, that is the deoxygenated blood. I'm going to draw it with the purple. The deoxygenated blood from the lower limb of the body comes in the right auricle, and from the upper body it comes in the right auricle. All right, now from the right auricle it is being pumped to the right ventricle. So it will come in the right ventricle, the deoxygenated blood. From the right ventricle, the pulmonary artery, it carries the deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. It will carry the deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. So lungs will receive the deoxygenated blood, and in the lungs the oxygen take place. It means now this our blood will get oxygenated. So I'm going to draw it with I should have drawn it with this blue. All right, so now it will be in yellow color. So our blood got oxygenated. It got oxygen. It will be transferred from the pulmonary vein. Now this pulmonary vein, this is the pulmonary vein. It will carry the oxygenated blood to the left auricle. So the left auricle will receive the oxygenated blood, and from the valve it will be transferred to the left ventricle. From the left ventricle it will be pumped into the aorta, and from the aorta it will be transferred to the body. It will be transferred to the body. Okay, so this way it is being transferred to the body. Now can you see the circulation is taking place in two forms. That is, from the body the blood is coming to the heart, and to the other side it is also going to the lungs. It means the systemic circulation. The systemic means the circulation between the body and the heart. That is the systemic. And the circulation between the heart and the lungs is the pulmonary circulation. It is the pulmonary circulation. So two type of the circulation is taking place, and hence it is known as the double circulation. And the cardiac cycles, events in the cardiac cycle, let us learn the events in the cardiac cycle separately. It will be again, otherwise it will become hodgepodge. So this is our heart, again a circular heart. We do not have circular heart, remember this. This is only for the drawing. All right, so the right auricle receives the blood from the all parts of the body, and then it is pumped into the right ventricle. All right, and this valve present over here is the tricuspid valve. This is the tricuspid valve. Okay, tricuspid valve. First understand the circulation, and then I want to explain you how does it happens. Then left auricle, it receives the blood from the pulmonary vein, and it is pumped back into the left ventricle with the help of the mitral or the bicuspid valve. Mitral or the bicuspid valve. Okay, cuspid, PID, CUSPID. Let me write down it neatly. bicuspid valve. Now what happens? We all know that the pacemaker for the heart is SA node. So SA node will generate the electric potential and it will transfer to the AV node. It will transfer to the AV bundle and then the AV node. Now this AV node, what will happen? It will transfer to the muscular circulation of the fiber that is present in the ventricle area. All right. So electric potential will transfer, and we know that what are the muscular bundle? That is bundle of hairs, and the bundle of hairs is spread like this to the whole ventricle area. As soon as the bundle of hairs will receive the electric potential, it will tries to contract, and this way the ventricles contract, and what happens? The blood is pumped into the respective vessels. From the right ventricle, the vessel originate is the pulmonary artery, and from the left ventricle, the vessel originate is the aorta. I'll explain you again. The right auricle is there. This is the left auricle. As soon as the SA node, it generates the potential and it reaches the AV node. Both the atria, it contracts, and that process is known as the atrial depolarization. This is called as the atrial depolarization take place. Depolarization. Now, as soon as the atrial depolarization or the atria contracts, the blood will be transferred to the respective ventricles. Right side, yes, remember this, both the atrias are contracted simultaneously. If they won't contract simultaneously, then it is a pathological disease. Now, this will go inside the right ventricle, this side, by the help of the tricuspid valve. The tricuspid valve will open, and blood will be transferred. Similarly, this side, the mitral valve will open and the blood will be transferred from the left auricle to the left ventricle. As soon as the left ventricle and the right ventricle will receive the blood, the potential are being transferred further, and now this time what will happen? The ventricles will contract. The ventricles will contract, and that is known as the ventricular repolarization. That is called as the ventricular depolarization. Now, during the ventricles are undergoing contraction, the auricles, they will relax. And that process is known as the arterial or the atrial repolarization. It is called as the atrial repolarization. Okay. Now, as soon as the blood is being transferred to the respective vessels, that is RV will transfer to the pulmonary vein artery, and the left ventricle will transfer it to the aorta. What will happen? The ventricles will relax, and that process is known as the ventricular repolarization. So these are the events that take place during the cardiac cycles. All right, thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।